Hi, I'm Caitlin with Mandala Pies, and today I'm going to show you how to make a traditional apple pie. It's showtime.
The metaphor of a bad apple has been around for many centuries, referring to the one piece of spoiled fruit corrupting another. But today we're specifically talking about a situation where there are none of those.
None. No Bad Apple is the name of the delicious and fresh sweet pastry we're making with Caitlin Lacomb, who's the owner and CEO of Mandala Pies. I said it wrong earlier, I'm sorry. So how are you? Thank you again for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm great. We're about to bake pie, so I'm happy.
Oh, you're happy when we're making pies. Okay, so, and actually we're making pies.
True.
Yeah, so let's make you happy.
Okay, so what do you have us do?
Okay, so we're going to make a traditional apple pie today, which is what we call no bad apple. So Lisa, you're going to start with apples. Obviously, main ingredient, we use beautiful fresh whole apples, and you're just going to core every single one. You can stick this here, and this machine does it all for you.
Oh!
Yep, and so you just do that, break them in half and put them in the bowl. And then Jimmy,
Yes.
I'm gonna have you doing pastry,
Oh,
which is equally as important.
Oh, boy.
So we've already put it together. Look at all these beautiful butter flakes.
Right,
That's
yeah.
my favorite
Oh, that's
part.
okay.
So butter and flour are gonna be your best friends.
Okay.
So don't be afraid of using as much flour as you need. You're gonna grab flour, flour your surface.
Do I just kind of
Yep,
do one of these things?
exactly.
I've seen somebody else do this.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, the
A little
whole
more.
action shot.
Okay.
And then you're gonna put flour on your pastry.
Right.
And then you also can flour your rolling pin.
Okay.
This style is my favorite. There's like a couple different styles.
I like
And
that.
then your goal is to get this pastry to spread basically to
Oh,
this
as big as that?
outer circle. You got it.
Oh,
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, well, let's see what happens.
There you go.
Oops, wait, I guess I have to pull this back. So tell us about how you got into the pie business.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was in the Army, and then in 2015 had my last deployment, and then got out of the military, kind of didn't really know what I was gonna do. Became a stay-at-home mom, and then when my oldest child was 4 months old, I started baking pie. We started with a key lime pie. I really just wanted a great dessert for my husband for our anniversary.
Aww.
And it actually was terrible. And so I just became really determined to get good at baking this key lime pie. And we did. And then literally every day since, we have been baking, working on the business in some way. So started in farmers markets, we still do farmers markets, and now we have 2 production bakeries on the shore.
Where are they?
So one is in Vienna, Maryland. It's halfway between Salisbury and Cambridge. And then we just celebrated a year anniversary in Berlin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And
You're
thank
doing
you for
great.
your service, by the way.
Oh, thank you so
for
much.
that. Really, because the outside is like an ugly edge.
Well, you can turn it, and then this is where you just use more flour, and then where this is thicker, then you'll roll up
Keep going that out.
There
Okay,
you go.
right.
So how many different pies do you make now?
We make a lot. So we focus on styles like fruit, so that would be like apples, mixed berry. We do a lot of citrus, which is key lime, or lemon-based pies with fruit. And then cream style, which would be like banana pudding or chocolate pudding. And savory quiche. I always tell people our savory stuff is just as good as our sweet. So,
Oh,
yes.
okay, great. So what's your favorite?
The Floridian, which is what we call our key lime pie.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I brought one of our small cinnamon roll apple pies. So this we call the Old Farmer's Almanac. It's the filling that we're making today for our traditional, but it has made from scratch cinnamon roll pastry on the bottom and the top.
Oh, that sounds
Yeah.
amazing.
This is probably people's most
Yes.
And it's beautiful.
it's super beautiful. Our whole thing is beautiful pies for beautiful people.
I would,
Oh,
sit,
I like
would sit down with that for
that.
the day.
I believe
Yep,
it.
This is my afternoon,
Yeah,
right here.
totally. That's why I
Goodness
brought
gracious.
it. Okay, so this looks
Just-
fantastic. You're a pro.
Whoa.
You want to help us out for Thanksgiving? Okay, so but you will have to do it again. So
Okay. Well,
now,
what do I do this?
so you are going to use this for the bottom. So we are going to use this pie dish.
Okay.
And my favorite way is just to flip it upside down.
Yeah.
And then you're going to cut a perimeter. You want to do like at least 2 inches. So look for like the shortest.
edge of the-
Yep.
okay.
And you're just going to do a circle as best as you can around.
Yeah.
And then we're going to flip it over.
You just did it. I don't know why I didn't do it all.
It's true.
Did you see her doing
I'll
that?
let you have your
It was
moment.
incredible. My moment was with the rolling pin. That's the only moment I got. I can't even hold on to this thing. See? This is why you ought to be doing this.
You got it.
Oh.
Look at
That's
that.
an interesting way of doing that. I've made apple pies before, but I've never done it that way.
Yeah, there's a lot of different techniques. This is just what I've found works really well for how we do it. It also helps like keep the butter flakes intact.
Oh, yeah.
And this pastry, I don't know if you noticed, but has been chilled. So that's another secret. You want to keep pastry as cold as possible. All right, so.
This is the hard part, isn't it?
It can be hard. So then you just place
why-
it
that's why
in
she
your
wouldn't let
dish.
me
You just place it. The nice thing about pastry though is even if you get like a little hole, like say you do this at home
Right.
and you get a hole, you just push it back together because when it heats up in the oven, the butter will seal it. So it's all good.
Oh, okay.
Wonderful.
So you want to make it fit the shape of the bowl,
Right,
and then you're going to put your filling on it when we make that, and then we're going to put a beautiful lattice design pastry on top.
Those
Oh
are so
boy,
cool.
we
I
got
like
a lot
those.
more work
Yeah, we
to
do.
do. So we're going to take a little break here, come back and finish up this pie, and then my favorite part, eat it.
Definitely.
Stick around, DelmarvaLife will be right
So
back.
all of the fresh fruits and flaky, buttery pastry dough you could ask for right here in the DelmarvaLife kitchen. You know, why? Well, because we've got Mandala pies in the house today. And of course, we were making pie, which we've been,
Oh, there he goes.
that's it, right there. All right, so what you accomplished a bunch during the commercial break. What all transpired?
Okay, so we made our filling.
I'm sorry,
You
this is Caitlin, by
did
the
cinnamon,
way.
sugar,
Uh-huh.
a little bit of cornstarch, hint of ginger, and that's been sitting. And then you have rolled out another pastry, and we're about to do a lattice.
So this is where I cut strips out of this.
Correct.
Okay. And how big do you want them?
So about 1 inch or 2 inches. Yep. And you're just gonna do the entire pastry crust. Yep, just
Now,
like that.
you said, ooh, that was a skinny one.
That's okay.
You said something about you do it diagonally. Why?
Yeah. I think just I don't know. It makes more sense for me when I'm using a pastry cutter
Okay,
like that.
all right. That's just how it works.
Yes.
Quit asking questions.
So while he's doing that, do we put the filling in?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, when he said a lot happened during the commercial break, he wasn't kidding. Just
Yeah.
dump it all in
You
there?
can dump it on, yeah, or grab it with your hands. Yep. And then because we're using fresh whole fruit, we're gonna want to make sure that all the layers are nicely tucked in so that there's not so much open space. Because a lot of times after you bake an apple pie, the filling will like really fall down after it's baked and there's a lot of space from the top crust.
Okay.
And the trick to that is just making sure it's all like pushed down.
Okay.
Yeah. So this looks great. You did a great job.
Yeah, and I had some apples that still had some peels on them, and you said that's fine.
Totally
Throw them
fine.
in there.
Yep.
All
Okay.
right.
So now with these strips, you can do the fun lattice part. So I always take the longest piece and I
Start with
lay
that,
it on the middle.
All right.
And you don't need this extra tails.
Okay.
And you basically just layer like this.
All right.
And
I'll
you're
make-
going to continue that.
I'll make some skinny strips. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
wasn't
It
even
just
close
needs
to
a
what
little
you
bit
want.
more work.
I tried to do it, and I
No,
didn't do
you're
what you
all
wanted to
good.
do.
So you can keep
All right.
doing that through
So
the rest of the filling.
Take the long ones.
Yep. Nice.
Over the.
I guess it really doesn't
Make sure
matter
I'm
if they're thick or thin. It's the same amount of dough is going to get on there,
It's
right?
the same amount, yeah.
Yeah.
If you do it a little wider, you have less work for yourself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See, there you go.
You just made more work for
Work
yourself,
smarter,
Jimmy.
not harder.
But you can do really beautiful designs too. So an apple pie like this is really nice to present on Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. I'm going to have to try that.
Or is it-
I have to say, I've made apple pies, but I've never tried the lattice.
Yeah, well, people get intimidated by it.
Yes.
But it doesn't have to be. So now you are going to do the same thing except for the opposite way, and then you are going to sort of weave it. So you're
Oh.
doing every other one.
Boy, she makes that look easy.
I've had years and thousands of apple pies practice. You want to try it?
Sure.
Okay, you got it.
Why not? Okay. So this one's over, so this one's got to be under.
Yep, so you're going to do the opposite now.
See,
Makes sense.
This is where I would get lost. Over, under, over. What was this one supposed to be? That'd be me.
It's a little therapeutic though, if you get in a groove.
If you get into it, I can see that, yeah. So do you think this is something you could do with your kids?
Oh
and,
my
and teach them how to do
goodness,
it and just
yeah.
have fun with it?
I have a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old, and they are always in the kitchen with us.
Yeah?
Truly, yeah. It's really fun. I think that it teaches how to follow directions, how to complete a task.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's so much gratification that comes. You know, you're not just putting together something beautiful, but then it tastes so good, so you get all the senses involved. Yeah.
Okay, all right,
So
yeah.
how can folks get a hold of your pies?
So you can come to either bakery, and then you can also order online at mandalapies.com.
Right, easy enough.
Yeah,
and
easy.
especially this time of year. Okay, so you brought out some already sliced pieces, and this is your famous pie right here.
Yes.
The
Floridian.
Floridian.
Yep.
And then, of course, this is an already done no bad apple.
Yes.
Apple pie. So that would go in the oven.
Yep.
You put something on top of it.
Yeah, you can do egg wash, you can do milk. We sprinkle turbinado sugar, or even regular sugar is great to make it shiny.
All right.
Yeah.
So Jimmy, do you want to take a break?
But I'm like challenged by this now. I want to.
Right?
Here,
fun.
how about I tempt you with pie?
You've done it. You've done it. It's done it.
2 pieces of
Oh my
pie.
goodness. These are incredible.
So that's what you
Look
just
at
made.
that.
Fast forward to the future, and that's it.
Yeah, I just made. No, I didn't.
All right, I'm going to try the Floridian.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I was focused over here. You said some people like to do it with like a lot of, I don't even know what to call it, sauce, goo.
Oh, the filling, the cooked down filling.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's just a couple of different techniques. So some people will cook down their fruit. Some people will do what we do, which is to cut the fresh fruit, and to use it almost right away. Yeah, just different preference, different
I
techniques.
love that it's crunchy. You get the crunchy
I like the
of
fresh.
the apple.
Yeah, we like the apples to have structure still, which is nice.
Thank you so much
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Boy, I
for
got a
coming
picture. I got a picture.
and we'll have information on our website so you can get you some pies just in time for the holidays.
Just in time.
Just in time. We're going to keep eating. You're going to keep weaving.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you're
And
doing great.
DelmarvaLife
I gotta
will
finish
be
this.
right back.